everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be setting up a preschool photo album, well, not photo album, but like a scrapbook album using the storyline chapters from Heidi Swapp. You recently saw me haul these earlier this year. There was a 3-pack and I got the ones that were just scrapbooking ones, and they just kind of look like textured canvas, so they're all blank. And what I want to do is just designate one whole insert, and I think I'm going to be using this one, and I'll explain in a minute, for this preschool year with Valentina starting public school. And also because it's during a pandemic, let's be honest. These are just rare things that we are living through. So I had an idea to just always keep this by, and whenever there was kind of like a milestone hit or something that she's learned or done better recently since starting school, I wanted to just have it all in here. That way, again, trying to make my scrapbooking and memory keeping a little bit less bulky is overall the theme. So far, I've been just kind of getting inspiration from Heidi Swapp herself and things. And she offers a lot of like inspiration on Instagram, on YouTube. But one that I'm like kind of leaning towards is making the front page and cutting out like a section here. That way this photo will peek through. She's done it before where she actually has a COVID one where she has like a COVID, like a little window, and she wrote COVID with some thickers and such. And it just adds like a nice element, something different than just keeping it as a simple notebook. So that's what I thought I would take you on a journey with in this video. We're going to set up the cover where I feel like this one will peek through from this kind of background. I think I'll cut out a square, and then when you open it up, I want like something to say like preschool probably here is my thought process. And what I'm going to use for the window, I either have these book covers, you know, these are those school ones where you put that little plastic rod on the side, because I don't have complete acetate. So this one will protect the photo from getting damaged. Or I have like, these are inexpensive sheet protectors for binders and such. This one's a Dollar Tree one, but it is thinner. I'm sure I probably have something better in my stash where that one could be the protective layer on it. These are the photos I had printed recently. If you watch me on Instagram, from Amazon. These are the Luster archival photos, so the quality is really great in my opinion. My only discrepancy on mine is because my order arrived bent, but it's okay. It's just on the sides. That's where I'm at with that. And then, for instance, just to give you ideas in case you want to create a journal / insert for your child's school year. For instance, since starting school right now, she has truly self-taught herself how to swim. I mean, with my help. So this was like the last photo I took with her in the floaties. And now this was her like just yesterday or so, jumping in without her floaties because she has learned how to swim rather well and rather quickly. So that's a story that's going to go in here. So we'll do that layout together. Then I just have other photos from that same first day of school. So I probably will do some sort of repeat layout. And then I clustered kind of all the things that she needed this year. And what I'm the story will be for here is the need for the school masks and stuff. And I got her like the little lanyard straps for them. And so these are just like her new book bag and her school lunch box. So the story will be about a school year and a pandemic is kind of the thought with this process. And this also goes with that one, just like what we pack for lunch, because she's a picky eater. So the story that goes with that. And then how mom has been waking up at 5:30 in the morning in order to make our family function rather easily. And then I had printed this. I just printed this yesterday because her room is nicely clean. But what her room looks like this year. And I like including things like this as well, just as a photo tip, because you know, I may paint the wall differently. I did paint the flowers in her room during quarantine last year. It may look different, you know, when she starts kindergarten next year, or no, VPK is next year. Or we may not even live in this house. So I just feel like documenting rooms and things like that are important as well in story keeping. So this is what the video will be. So let's see, I will definitely do the cover with you right now and probably the first 1 or 2 layouts so you can see how this is coming together. And then as I get these other stories told, those layouts will also be featured on my channel. So I look for, oh, and these are just a few others. So yes, her love for biking, just a cute photo too. And if I don't use all these photos just yet, it's okay. But like I said, I'm leaving room for it to kind of come up where if I think something like, I don't know, maybe, you know, artwork or her writing her name directly in here or something, because it's so cute, her penmanship right now. So just things like that. So just keep that in mind in case you're interested in doing a book for your child's school year. I think an insert like this could be a fabulous idea to keep it contained, less bulky, and less space in your house. So I'll put you on fast forward now and let's get started.
Okay, so first I started to cut out the section I knew I wanted the picture to go and have that window peek through. And now there's probably way better techniques to use than me just eyeballing it. And by the way, I also couldn't find my X-Acto knife, which is why I'm using my Cutter Bee scissors in this fashion with a straight edge from the ruler. But it worked out great, and I just used the scissors to cut out the remainder of that window coming through the cover of this insert. So I did show you 2 options, but I did have an extra, just like a Becky Higgins Project Life page protector that worked perfectly for making the window into a square and covering up this section. My one tip to you is not to adhere this window yet until you've cut out the piece of pattern paper that you want to cover this, because you'll see how I kind of struggle through creating the window in the paper that will cover the inside cover of this book, because I already put the page protector in, and I was like, dang it, when I was doing it, I was like, and now this is the part where I should have waited, because now I'm having to guess, and it turned out fine anyway, because I used like the shadows. Here's me, I'm trying to be like, okay, here's the corner, let me just line all those up. I shouldn't have put the plastic down already. I just didn't want to cut a new one, but by all means, cut this window out first if you have an insert that you want to cover the inside, and then add the sleeve protection there. So it turned out fine in the end. This paper is from Hobby Lobby. It's from an old paper pad that used to be there. So it's that cardstock that they offer that's not quite copy paper heavy, but not quite thick cardstock. It's in between. That's what I'm using. So here I am just kind of auditioning whether I'm going to use the rest of that paper on this side or if I'm going to use that diagonal option on the side. In the end, I do want to fussy cut out these flowers, that for sure I know, and then use the diagonal. I went ahead and matted the picture on red cardstock, which made it pop a little bit from the black and white, and along that white paper too, because I felt like it disappeared a little bit too much, and I love the way that turned out. And then I'm going to put the bundle of flowers in the lower right corner. And right here is also another good catch on me, though. I was like, where am I going to journal? So I thought about tucking behind the photo a like 4x6 card in which I will have a journaling card behind there. And I'm just showing you kind of where I put the tape in order to keep that pocket open and ready to put something in behind it. So I don't show you on the video, but I do just use another photo that has like her school supplies on it, and then I back it with a white cardstock for all my journaling. But you'll see it in the final photos and how it sticks out, and it's really a cute little tag. So what I did was also adjust the flower cluster so that I had everything around the photo in the bottom half. And then I take this sticker book from Happy Planner. It's called Brights, and that's where I get the Just Be Happy and all the little word stickers, and then these gold little flourishes to add a little bit more interest to the embellishment corner that I have going on here. So then I'm going to work on the cover as well. So this is an Maggie Holmes paper from my Heritage collection, I believe, and I'm going to take my Jane Davenport watercolors and do an orangey marigold color to these peonies. I feel like they will match perfectly with the cover colors, and I will add these colors, let it dry a little bit, and then I will fussy cut these out to make a cluster on top of my cover. I use those L Studio die cuts to cut out the letters for pre-K, and I'm adhering them with Scotch Quick Dry Glue in my fine line bottle, and then I'm just kind of getting an idea of the arrangement for these flowers, and I too will put these in this kind of overlapping order. I also cut out all of the little leaves and stuff, and I can arrange them as I want to because I took them off the flowers itself. I'll finish off by stamping it with my Mega Date stamp from Studio Calico, And that will pretty much complete this cover.
Okay, so we finished our cover of the insert and the first page. You saw how everything came together. So this page protector was just a Becky Higgins one that I cut up to protect the photo with the door. This was all Maggie Holmes that you saw me watercolor. And then the pre-K I cut out with the die cut from L Studio. And then I used my mega date stamp to put the years that this school year will be taking place under. And then when you open it up, it looks like so. So this was a Hobby Lobby pattern paper with this floral and the black and white stripe, and I love the way I also was able to find one that was a diagonal stripe, and then I fussy cut out the other floral from the page, the portion that I didn't use here. Then all the stickers were from the Happy Planner that you saw me there, even the gold little foiled ones, and I matte the photo on red cardstock from Printworks. And so I love the way that this turned out. It's a great opening page. And what you did see, I date stamped it here, but I just moved the date stamp to this corner. So that's been great. So I will make a playlist as I complete this insert for stories about pre-K this year. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. And like I said, I'll make a playlist, and that way you'll always be able to come back to home base. So in case you decide to do this project for this current school year for one of your kids, that way you can have some inspiration all in one place. Till next time, everyone. Bye.